Good afternoon. Today we're going to take a brief introductory look at Google Classroom. Only individuals with Google Educator accounts have access to Classroom at this time. After you sign in to Google Classroom, you will see a screen that looks similar to the one you see here. As you can see, I already have classes that I own and classes that I belong to. If this is your first time, you will have a blank screen. Let's take a look at the menu in the upper left corner. When I click on that, you'll see a condensed version of the login screen. I have quick access to all the classes I own and ones I belong to. One thing that is different is the archived classes at the bottom. When I open up my archived classes, you'll see all the ones that I have put in here since the beginning of the marking periods. I've archived all my classes just in case there's any type of questions later on down the road. Let's go back to the main menu. In the upper right corner, you'll see a plus sign. This plus sign gives you the ability to join a class or create a class. When you join a class, just click join, and you'll enter the code that the teacher or whomever wants you to join will give to you. Today, we're going to focus on creating a class. Click the plus, click create class. I'm going to name this class ACE. You also have the option to add a section and click create. You're now looking at the main classroom screen for the class I named ACE. In the upper right corner, you can select a theme or upload a photo. So when I click on select theme, you can scroll down, you can choose one, or you can do this together as a class activity and have them pick one. I'm just going to pick one and click select class theme. A couple of things to point out on the main screen here. On the left-hand side, you'll see any work that is coming up soon. You'll also see one of the most important things, which is the class code. This is the code that you'll distribute to anybody that you want to join this class. Up here, you'll see the stream, which is any postings that I currently have. You'll see the students section. And down here, you'll see where I can add an announcement, create an assignment, create a question, or reuse a post from an archived class or one from a current class. This is a new feature that Google Classroom just added. So right now, I do not have any students in here, so I am going to add a student to the class just so you can see how that happens. So if I go to students, right now I don't have any. I'm going to give them this code. You can now see the student that I have in here has entered the class code, and she shows up. When I go back to my stream, we're going to focus on adding an assignment today. When I click create an assignment, it's going to ask me to give it a title, give it some instructions. So we're just going to name this practice. If you want, you can add instructions. The due date, you can set any date you want, and you can edit this at a later point. So I'll just pick a date. I can upload a file from my computer. I can upload a file from Google Drive. You can also add a YouTube video or some type of outside link. The other nice thing is you can also click the down arrow here, and you can add this to any other classes. All right, so this post you can add to any other class that you would like. Before you assign it, if you click the down arrow next to assign, you'll have the ability to save this as a draft, or you can schedule this for a later date. That's one good thing, that this is a new feature to Google Classroom, and that's one good thing, that if you happen to be absent that day, you can log in from home and you can either pre-schedule things or schedule it for that morning, and your students will have something to work on. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and assign this practice assignment to my one student. And that one student over here, you'll see that they have not completed this assignment. After they submit it, it'll show up in the done category. But to get into the assignment, I'm going to click on the word practice. And after the student begins working on it on their end, I'll be able to click on this and I can follow their progress and see exactly where they're at. Another nice feature is I can add a grade to this and it will relay that grade to the student. If I want to return it after they submit it, I can click on their name and I can click return. I can also add comments if I want to tell them to redo something or fix something. So this is the basics of adding assignments. We are going to take a look in the next one about adding announcements, creating questions, which are some other features. So be sure to tune in next time, and thank you.